Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be going over some of the editing tools and features in Canva. So Canva is a super cool tool you can use to edit and create basically anything. So what I have started here is a classroom newsletter. Teachers use newsletters a lot, so I'm going to use this as a demonstration to go over some of the things that you can do while you're in Canva. So I chose this template from a bank of templates, but you can see over here on the left side of the page that there are tons more that you can choose from. So once you have the one you like selected, you can go ahead and make changes. Now I want to note that if you don't like the fonts or color schemes of a template, but you like the look of it, everything in it can be changed. So I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme of this, so I'm going to show you guys how you can change that. First, I want to show you the bar down here. So this is our zoom. So we can zoom in and out to make this a little bit easier to read. When it's in the full page, it's a little bit more difficult to read. So there's that. Let's start with looking some of the tools down the side. So our first icon up here is templates. Go ahead and move my slide. The next section down is elements. So in the elements section, you're able to find things like stickers, frames, lines, shapes, pretty much anything. So over here, lines and shapes, these are things that you might use more often. Another cool thing that they have in here are different graphics. So the graphics, some of them move and some of them don't. So if you choose something that moves like this, obviously when you print it, it will not move. But if you share this digitally, the person reading it would see those features. We also have uploads over here. So uploads are where you can pull in your own videos or photos or something that you've downloaded from the internet. It goes fairly quickly. It's pretty simple to do. But once you find an image or you have an image that you like, you just have to select upload media, and then you can find it in your files, open it, and then it's going to upload right there into that bank. These uploads are going to always be here. So they're not going to delete or go away once you X out of Canva. They'll always be there for you. Canva also has some photos in their bank already. So you can search through here. Let's say I wanted to find something like that, news. I can select any of these things and bring them into my document that I'm working on. Text, so we've got our three basic things, heading, subheading, and body of text. But something that's really cool about Canva are these font combinations. So all of these are also editable. So if you find one that you like, let's say that, but you don't like the color of it, you can easily change it. So these are some cool attention-grabbing things that I like to use in things that I create in Canva. We also have styles. So if you work for a company or a school that's got different color brandings, you can actually add those things into Canva. So you can select from a color scheme. You can also change the background, add in charts, and other logos. So I work for S3 Technologies, so I have all of my logos for our company in Canva ready to use. So other cool things about Canva are the ability to add in Bitmojis and GIFs. You can also add in QR codes. So any of these icons, something that you use regularly, you can click it and actually add it to your bar over here. So let's say I use Bitmoji pretty often. I'm going to go ahead and click that. It'll prompt me to log in, which I'm not actually going to do that. But now it's added Bitmoji over to my side. So things that you use often, you can add in. Let's say charts. Let's say I'm not going to use that one that often. I can actually get rid of it. And now I have my most commonly used features down the left side of the page over here. All right, so let's get into editing our actual document over here now that we know a little bit about some of the tools. So everything on the page is clickable and editable. So I'm going to start with this background here. So notice how my whole rectangle is got the blue line around it. That's how I know I'm changing the background color. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tan color and put in a light gray. Okay, I can also do that to any of the graphics on here. So if you noticed as I click it, all of these colors up here show at the top, those are all the colors that are currently being used on that graphic. So if I click, I can click and change, and you can kind of see as you're clicking on it, you can see better what is changing. Let's go ahead, and there we go. That looks a little bit better. I can go ahead and do that with all the rest of my features as well. Okay. So as you're seeing, everything that I'm clicking on, I can go ahead and change. That's pretty much changing color and font or color right now. If I want to change the font of something, I can go ahead and highlight it all. And if I click up here, I have a huge selection of fonts that I can pick from and change my font. I can also change my size up here, make it bold, underline it, anything like that, center the text. So as you're noticing, like as I'm clicking in and out of things, this bar up here is changing. So depending on what you click, the features across the top are going to be different. So if you're clicking on a text box, you're obviously going to get the text, font, size, things like that. If you're clicking on graphics or elements, you're going to get things like color. So once I've done making all my changes, I would obviously make more changes to this, but for the sake of time, I'm going to show you how you could download this and save it to your computer. So if I click share, I have all of these options. So I can actually share this with someone and they can either view or edit, but I could also just go ahead and download it and copy it. So down here, I'm going to go ahead and click download. It's going to give you a variety of options. So if you're doing something that's like a newsletter, I would recommend downloading it as a PDF. PNG is typically used for photos and things like that. So I usually select PDF, and then I go ahead and click download. And then it's going to go right into my files, my download files on my computer. From there, you can go ahead and open it, print it, upload it to your drive, anything like that. So as you can see, there is a huge range of possibilities with editing things in Canva. I suggest starting small and kind of working your way from there. Since there's so many different options, I guarantee you every time you log on, you're going to learn or discover something new. So I hope you enjoyed trying out the editing tools in Canva.